What is up, everybody? I am so excited to be here today to talk about this week's Actor of the Week. And honestly, I'm excited to talk about this actor. I picked out was Robert Downey Jr. And honestly, guys, I have so much movies with him, but most of these films I have with him is in the Marvel films. So yes, I do have other movies with him, not related to the MCU, but even though I'm excited to talk about it. But let me know in the comment section below, guys. I would honestly want to know, what is your favorite movie with Robert Downey Jr.? So let's do this. So most of the movies I have with him is most of the Marvel films, so let's get cracking on it itself. So I have him playing in the first Iron Man movie, and this is what it all started with Tony Stark becoming the Iron Man himself. And even though this was actually a fun story arc to introduce Iron Man to the MCU. And even though he was in the Age of Ultron film, like honestly, to be fair with you guys, this movie was gonna have ups and downs in this film, but honestly, this was a fun film. We did enjoy the villain Ultron. As we know, James Spacey played him, but really cool to see Ultron into the mix in the MCU, so that is radical. Radical, really? And I actually have him in the Captain America, the Civil War movie, to kick off Phase 3. Like, honestly, I did enjoy this one a lot, because I love how Steve Rogers and Tony Stark had the issues in this one. But it really did mix out a lot through the Act 3 and Act 2 into this whole film. It's worth watching, but it's a fun film with those two fighting each other at the airport scene. That was an amazing part in the movie. And I have him playing in the movie Chef, a fun movie, more of a chef cooking movie, but I do like this kind of a movie to enjoy. This was actually a fun one. I did enjoy this one really well. And back in the MCU movies, he was in Iron Man 2. So you know, this is the second installment for the trilogy of Iron Man. Like, honestly, this had ups and downs as well in this one, but it's a cool story to bring in Whiplash, the main villain. Like, I was like, dude, Whiplash was cool, but we had Justin Hamill in this film as well. To be fair with you, they should have kept Whiplash, not Justin Hamill. But he went to jail for don't know how long, so we don't know what's happening with Justin Hamill. But even though it's a good film, yeah. And he was in playing as Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadow. Even though that I rarely watch this film, like I understand a little bit of the first movie, but never saw the second one yet. I have to watch Sherlock Holmes to understand the whole movie itself of mystery, murders, like kind of a movie to enjoy. And he played as Dr. Dolittle. Like, even though I saw this movie when it first came out in theaters, and I think it was in 2020 when this came out, and it was a fun film, so I got this movie myself to watch this movie again, so I may have to check this one out again soon for this review. And even though he was in Spider-Man Homecoming, but mostly he was mentoring Spider-Man, as we know, Tom Holland's character as Peter Parker. It was kind of good to see him like mentoring Spider-Man to become the next Iron Man. But even though this whole story itself was so amazing to help Peter become better than Tony Stark, it has a good climax, a great film. Honestly, like, Michael Keaton was amazing. And we have him in the first Adventure movie. Honestly, one of the third best film in the whole franchise for the Avengers. Iron Man 3. Yes. He was in Tropic Thunder, and this movie was awesome. Mixing the thunder to this fun film. Like, Tropic Thunder is a go-to comedy movie with Jack Black, Ben Stiller, and Robert Downey Jr. and other great actors in this film. Fun film, really enjoyable film as well. We have the last three movies here in my hands, and the next one, it is the first Sherlock Holmes. And even though I saw this one once before, maybe twice, really a fun movie. And we had to check Sherlock Holmes and the Game of Shadow pretty soon. Like, I wanted to watch the movie and probably review it too, so stay tuned for these two movies for the review itself. And the last two films is one of these ones I had to pick, so I'll be picking out this one, Avengers Infinity War, and honestly, this was actually by far a great story arc. We have Tony Stark want to save the world from Thanos, as we know, comes to play. Well, Thanos, his story, his journey, get all the stones, destroy half of the population with a snap of his finger. Like that. And ow. But honestly, it was a fun movie. But the last one, Endgame, my go-to movie. A most recommended movie to watch, because even though this movie was awesome, really enjoyable film, Tony Stark did amazing as how this whole movie played out. I love it. Very entertaining movie. And with all of these films I have to pick, it has to be, where's that movie at? Show Yourself. It has to be Endgame overall. And the other one should be Civil War. The other one has to be Chef. So thank you all for coming to my channel here, everybody. Bye, everyone.